Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am officially 2 days late for my period. It is 16 DPO and my husband got me these yesterday. One of them is the rapid results where I did get my first faint line on the pregnancy test, and it also comes with a digital. So I figured that I'm going to go ahead and take both. Why not today? So we're going to see the results together and cross our fingers that I am able to get some positive results on these tests this morning. I am outside again because it is 7 in the morning, and this is where I get like the perfect lighting. If I do the test inside, I get lots of shadowy lights. So, and I like how peaceful it is out here too. So I think this one's a digital. It feels a little bit thicker, so let me put that one to the side. I definitely want to start with the line test first. So this one says dip for 5 seconds and then the results come up in 1 to 3 minutes. I have not been able to sleep good. I feel like I wake up multiple times at night just because of the anxiety and the excitement. Not really any specific type of symptoms, but I've been waking up a lot of times just waiting to see if it's morning yet so I can go ahead and test again. As for other symptoms, my spotting is like still there, but it's very off and on. Like sometimes it's almost non-existent. I'll go to the bathroom a couple times, there'll be absolutely nothing. And then like this morning there was the tiniest bit of spotting when I wiped and it was like very watered down light brown spotting. So I feel like it is lightening up, it's going away. So that is something that I've been worried about, but I've been doing the progesterone cream to see if that helps until I can get to the doctor. Depending on today's results, I'm going to go ahead and call my OB and try to schedule as soon as they have possible and just see where we go from there. That way they can do blood tests and I can get on prescription progesterone if I do need it, if that's what's causing my little bit of spotting I do have. The spotting has not been as severe to like need a pad or anything or a panty liner. It has not gotten on my underwear at all. It's only when I wipe. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hold this to the screen the whole time so it could be like live results. You can see it happening just as it's happening, and I'm going to dip the digital after I see the results for this. I've been very excited and very optimistic, but at the same time just like full of nerves and anxiety, and I have to learn to just leave it to God. This is how we got into this situation in the first place, is by just completely letting go and letting God. I had completely given up on TTCing, especially this month. I wasn't tracking absolutely anything, and I was actually telling a friend that I was actually using my Fertility Friend app to calculate the growth on our meat chickens. We raise meat chickens on our farm, so I was using the calendar to log in how much food they're going through and how much they're like tracking their growth. So that is how much we were not TTCing this month. I was using my fertility calendar to calculate things on our farm. I see a line. So there's a line there. Let me let it sit and I'll show you guys again after. I also wanted to share that yesterday I found this free clinic online and it was really close to me, and they offered free pregnancy tests and free pregnancy confirmation and possible ultrasound depending on the situation. So I figured I'm gonna go there and get tested there, and maybe they can possibly give me an ultrasound since I'm at risk for an ectopic pregnancy. So they gave me this urine test at that free clinic, and as you can see there is a line there, but when I was there it was just so faint. Their room didn't have very good lighting, and the lady, she was the sweetest lady, but She was half blind. She couldn't see this line at all. They took around the test to like all the co-workers, all the volunteers for that program, and everybody else said they saw the faintest of the faintest line. But unfortunately, the lady who was in charge of like saying yes or no to getting the ultrasound decided that this was inconclusive. So she said to come back in 2 weeks for another test, and that they would do the ultrasound if it came out positive. Fortunately, I don't think I want to wait a whole 2 weeks. I'm just going to keep testing at home. But you can see their little clinic cheapies is positive as well. It was just too faint when I was over there. And they said it's too early, which I do agree. It was probably too early to see anything on the ultrasound anyway. But just wanted to share that with you guys. After today, I'm very excited to see what the digital says, but regardless, I already saw a blue line on that other clear blue. So after today, I plan on calling my OB, seeing when they have an opening. I was just trying to save money by going to the free clinic, because for my OB, I have to pay for like out of pocket for the appointment. I don't have insurance right now. And I would have to pay out of pocket like an extra $100 for blood work, because I remember I had to do that when I had the miscarriage a couple years ago. So that's why I wanted to try out the free clinic, but I think my situation is a little more urgent, so I do need to go see a real doctor and get blood work. I doubt they'll give me an ultrasound that early, but maybe they will, since I am at risk of ectopic since I've had a tubal ligation. So hopefully this was 5 seconds. It does look like it's counting down. So this one I will put down because these take a little longer. I'm going to wait till it gets closer to the 3/4 way full, and then we'll be able to see the results. So, like I said, I had a positive on the free clinics test that I went to. Very faint, but there. And then let's show you some other tests I've been taking off camera. I've been keeping track of all my Walmart 88-cent tests right here. I have run out of them though, so that's why I'm taking this clear blue. I'll probably try to find some more. So after the 15 DPO AM test, I took one at noon, which is right below that, and I took another one at nighttime. Lines on all three, I feel like slightly there is a progression. This PM test I feel like is lighter than the AM test, and I've also been drinking lots of water, so like these noon and PM tests are definitely less concentrated than that top one, but not too much of a line progression. So that's the ones I've been taking. Now I just have these, the clear blue, definitely a line, and I think it's darker. I think this is the same test that I started with. It's called Rapid Results. Seeing darker lines definitely makes me feel at peace, because I've just been worrying. I don't want this to end up into a miscarriage or have a pregnancy in the wrong location. I would like to mention, when I had the miscarriage in 2019, I clearly remember like not getting my period. I was distracted at the time. We definitely weren't TTCing. I remember not getting my period, but I did spot for like 2 weeks. And I remember when I used to lay on my stomach, I felt a dull ache on the left side. I didn't think nothing of it. And then I ended up getting the miscarriage quickly after that. So this time I have none of that, so I feel like that's a good sign that this pregnancy is in the correct location. Maybe that last pregnancy I had a miscarriage on, it was tubal, and it was maybe on my left tube, and that's why I was feeling that aching and that pain when I would lay on my stomach. Oh, I just dropped my test. Look what that says. I got so excited I dropped the other test. Everybody's still sleeping inside. I'm definitely gonna wake up hubby and show him. So I feel like this is confirmation that these lines have definitely been real this whole time. There has been a line progression. I wish they would have gave me that ultrasound yesterday at the free clinic, but I understand why they didn't. We probably would not have seen anything. So I'm definitely calling my OB today, get an appointment as soon as possible for this clear Blue+Digital to come out positive. I feel like I should have lots of HCG in my system. I'm still in disbelief. God is so good, and I feel like God has been testing us lately. I've been put through a lot of tests recently, and I told myself I'm just gonna say yes to everything. Like, I've been helping people out on the side, and like my first instinct when they ask me for help is to say no, because I'm busy. I have my own things to do, my own life to worry about. But instead of saying no, I've been saying yes. And I feel like that is what God wants us to do. To say yes to helping people out, to say yes to whatever comes along. I did a podcast for our small business and farm a while ago. Super nervous about that. I was super nervous. That is completely out of my comfort zone. But I said yes. And there's just been so many things. The list could go on what, like the challenges that God has given me. Even with my husband quitting his job, for the longest time he wanted to do that, and he didn't do it, thinking that we needed that income to survive, and that is not living by faith. So he finally decided to listen to that calling and quit his job so that we can be completely self-employed and just work for ourselves. And I feel like maybe that's why God is rewarding us for finally listening to him and putting everything in his hands. With TTCing, we completely gave up and left it up to God. And of course the enemy tries to tell me that this could still go south. I could still lose this pregnancy. But I know that that's not going to happen. We have to put our faith in God. If he got us this far, he's going to see us through it. So I'm going to be making my appointment, and we're going to hear good news from them in Jesus' name. And I pray that everybody who is TTCing, that this is your year. I've seen so much pain and suffering from those who have not gotten their answers yet. I'm just putting you in my prayers. God has blessed us. He can bless you too. I'm just in disbelief. Don't really know what to say, but this is definitely going to be a testimony that I'm going to be sharing. Alright, I'm going to go show this to hubby. I don't know if he wants to be on camera. He's still in bed, but let me go grab this test that fell, and let's see.